Oh man, cut the camera.
From tax.
Please, we just met, but we can say black don't crack, right?
Yeah,
so
hey, not on the outside.
Yeah.
On the inside, though, man. High blood pressure, you got all that stuff, man. It's, I'm just telling you, man. It's rough. So it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
You take what you get.
It's a Wednesday. We'll show up on a Wednesday, and you're like, well, tomorrow or.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, like with a Wednesday. Like, we're scheduled on a Wednesday. And they're like,
on Wednesday.
yeah, and we're like, well, it's a little bit of a liability leaving the ladder where if somebody like, who's responsible? Yeah. No, I'm saying, like, please take the liability. If you say that you're responsible, that's fine. But they were like, oh, no, we're not responsible. It's like, so what are we supposed to do? Guard the ladder?
Backwards.
We're supposed to guard the ladder with like AK-47s for 2-3 weeks. Like,
come on, stop it! You can't watch porn in Indiana.
No.
Oh man, this state. Like, I thought I wanted to move to a red state.
He just said it.
Red
It's like,
state
we're
sucks.
Try to tell you.
You are now tuned in to the best roofing podcast in the world, the Roof Trollz.
I'll tell how we met in Texas.
Yeah, I
What,
heard
you
it
broke your glass?
Hal at the Moon, and of course he doesn't remember that.
I only brought 4. I only have 4.
Who's a Rick and Morty fan?
All of us, but
I
love Rick and Morty. Oh,
Mr. Meeseeks, yeah, of course.
I got that. My boy Kevin Schmidt, man. Me and that dude. So
Yeah,
I met Summer. What's her name? The girl that does Summer. Her voice.
I'll do some.
Oh, did you?
I'm sure.
oh my God,
She's
here we
hot,
go.
too. I'll show you after.
Oh, that's amazing.
I went to
I
Comic
want
Con.
to see your account rep for Beacon.
Went to Comic Con.
No,
No,
You're
she's
talking about
attractive.
someone else, bro. We're talking about from the damn cartoon Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot her
The
name.
voice of
girl.
it. Yeah, you're a.
The voice, which is weird. She's hot, but she sounds like Summer. So
We were
it's
just
like,
laughing because he met
so
you.
weird, like,
You guys met each other.
Yeah, no, I don't remember
And
it.
I
was
know you
fucking
don't. Of
wasted
course
on
you
my
don't
mind.
remember it. Yeah,
Walked
I
out of a bar. That's the first time I've ever been walked out of a bar. I was.
Oh, I was about to say. I
Come
thought
on,
you
man.
just said you walked out of a bar. I'm like, well, that's not exactly how that happened.
No.
I walked you out because I was told to walk you out of a bar. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, dude, I don't remember much of that night. I remember the very beginning when I walked in, so you must have showed up later.
Yeah.
Because one thing I remember was early on with Jim Johnson.
No, you didn't know. No. You did not show up later. We were literally
Well,
the
you
first
wasted too.
the first
I
drinks.
was all right.
Yeah, the
I'm
first
feeling
drinks
good.
we got when we met with Dan Walrack in there, and actually really funny.
Jessica too, yeah.
Jim Johnson was there too, and so that was really crazy. Like they were all in the same room together, and we were all chit chatting. I was talking to him, and I accidentally bumped into someone he was with, and then we turned around, we started talking. And then another guy was like, I don't know who that guy was. That guy was wasted. Someone was like our bridge between us, and then I started.
All them oil man. This is the landman or something.
Yeah. And I started chit chatting with him, and then he was like talking about the book he wrote, and I was like learning about that. And I think you had one there actually, and I was like, I was learning about that, and then I was like, oh man, it's cool. And I was like, dude, we have a podcast, but unfortunately, like it's in person. And then he just casually drops he's in India, and I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, you're only like 3 hours south of us. Like, let's do this. Yeah. This happened all at IRE in San Antonio. Are we on? Are we good to go?
I'm taking one.
Yeah, I bought you guys 3
We'll
of
talk
them.
about it.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Oh, we've already been wrong. Oh, good. Roof Trollz, baby, we're back. I didn't even know it.
Hey.
So
Hopefully you can hear us.
We're here again. We got the most luscious hair in the industry, and Angelo. Go ahead and give us a little hair flip. Woo! There we go.
like that?
So he's back. No one cares though. Mike, he's old. He's back. Dustin.
My hip's still here. Yeah, buddy.
Dustin is going to be a co-host today, so we're collabing here now, and then we got a special guest here, and let's hear it. Introduce yourself.
How you guys doing? I'm Nate Holmes, owner of Statement Roofing and
Boom.
author of Bella and the Three Bears.
That's super cool,
All
man.
right. That's awesome.
I did not do the illustration, so yeah. I can do that.
You can lie and say you did.
If I drew it, it'd be a bunch.
Well,
of
what do you
stick
want to
figures.
start with
Awesome.
first? Your career into becoming an author or your career into roofing?
We started being an author, so I've never actually, I'd say per se, been one. I've always written stuff down. I'm
guys
the
wanna
kind of
check-
guy. I've always had
Check it out.
a journal, so I've always journaled, wrote things down, found it very therapeutic, except for one time my ex-girlfriend found it, and that didn't work out so good. But other than that, she's like, it's a burn book, you're mad at me all the time. But no, but I always had a lot of cool thoughts, stuff like that put in there. And it was nice just to be able to, was that last year, I decided I was going to actually physically write a book instead of having just random stuff. And that kind of came about when I started my company. I went over to ICO. So I'd always sold On Scoring Forever. They always have all the really cool stuff, where there's like little Pink Panthers, things like that.
yeah.
I like showing up to a homeowner's house, giving the kids something to have one, you know, and I was just kind of like empty-handed, and then I was kind of like, you know, thinking, I was like, I should just go ahead and write this book, you know, have something I can actually give the kids, and something that might make an impact on them. But yeah, the coolest thing ever is now actually having this, going back to customer's house and seeing it on the shelf next to everything else, you know, the other books, things like that, Bluey and all that stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm like right there. Feels pretty cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah. The kids are honest too. Nobody's hurt my feelings yet. Nobody's said it's bad, you know, or anything like that. So
F Bella.
Man,
Are there adult
nothing
jokes in there
scarier.
though? Like
No, I didn't do like not too much, anything like that. But there's some stuff that adults kind of laugh at, you know. But especially the words that are a little too hard, you know. Like I said, you learn stuff. You know, it's my first time doing it, but I just thought it was really fun. It's a really good feeling, and it's actually connecting with a lot more kids, and you know, especially as far as I think next year I have some trade shows. The little kids they get together and, you know, you teach them about stuff. What is that called? Career Day. There we go.
Career Day. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
So I
super
kind of like
cool.
a twofold. I can do like, hey, you know, I wrote a book, but also I do construction. Maybe get them interested in kind of what we do.
Do you have children?
Well, he's not a kid anymore. He's 21. So
Okay.
yeah.
How old are you?
So I'm 44.
Okay.
So,
I thought
yeah.
you were closer to my age. Not that
Yeah.
you're that far off.
Nah,
You
man.
just look young, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
You want me to make one of my
That's cool.
uncensored
Everybody's
insensitive
going around.
comments?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I was the brunt of that joke, but
Yeah.
it's
Because you
cool.
were the other guest, and then you know you're
Hey.
like, I'm 39 forever earlier, so I was like, okay.
I mean,
Period.
we just
Period.
met.
How old am I? 39. How am I next year? 39.
We just met, but we can say black don't crack, right?
Yeah,
you're
hey,
good.
not on the outside.
Yeah.
On the inside, though, man. High blood pressure, you got all that stuff, man. It's, you know, I'm telling you, man, it's rough. So it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
You take what you get. You
That's
know?
a hell of a marketing idea, though. Like
Yeah.
it that's just dope. You know, it's a conversation starter, and then you're leaving something at the house with the kids, and that's awesome.
Thanks.
I'm a big fan of that. How long have you been in business, like in Indianapolis?
It's going to be 2 years in September. So
Okay,
still pretty new.
relatively new. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many sales reps you got?
So, I got 6 on the team right now. So yeah.
Told
Still
you, that's
pretty
when-
small,
that's when it's
manageable for
fun.
me right now. Yeah, manageable. I can make sure that everything's good, make sure the homeowner's experience is good, and you know, right now not having really any growing pains, anything like that. So everything's been, you know, pretty.
How long
good
you been
so
in the
far.
industry though? Like,
Oh, it's been like 10 years.
10 years
Oh.
total.
Yeah. So, well, I can say since I got back into it, my dad had a construction company. So growing up, I worked for him. So, you know, which I hated. And I was like, I'll never do this. His dream was obviously for me to take over a family business. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You know, because of trauma for being a kid and, you know, being yelled at, you know. We were like demoing a house and, you know, whatever, you know. But no, he's awesome. It's one of those things, like, as you get older, you realize how much you really learned, you know, just from being around and seeing, you know, work ethic and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, my dad, he didn't go to college, but he learned trades early. I went to Arsenal Tech High School, and that's when they were, like, really teaching guys actual trades, you know, and everybody made really good livings, you know, doing that. I mean,
So prior, you said you were from you lived in L.A. Are you from?
that was a long time ago. Yeah.
So
when
you
I was a
from
kid.
California then?
Yeah.
So you
Originally,
and that's
so.
where your dad had his business.
No, he moved here. So my mom got married to my dad. We moved here, and you know, I was
Okay.
too little fin for myself, so I had to come with him, basically. So, yeah.
Typically, what happens when you're a small child.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
couldn't- you couldn't
I was like,
say-
I don't want to leave. I want to stay in LA. You know?
Yeah.
And then
So you've been in Indiana then for quite some time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Went
okay.
from the ocean to Indiana Beach, man. So
It's a hell of a transformation. I too spent time in Cali, 5 years, and then come back over here. And I question it every day.
yeah.
He's still trying to get back to the grass and the stuff that you have in Cali, I'm pretty sure. That's what Elijah needs, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's true. It's guilty as charged with the weed.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's a drug that should have been recreational 10 times over in about
certainly.
every state at this point. I think we all know that it helps with financial support from the government. And, dude, we got mayors. It's funny. So Dustin, we had a mayor
I was
on
gonna
here.
say it helps with my financials.
Well, for the counties and stuff like that, for the
Oh,
state,
man,
it does.
how
It
much
brings
money
in a
is
shit
going
ton
on?
of money.
Oh, yeah,
Illinois
yeah.
No, I'm
taxes
talking
are
about
shit.
his financials.
I mean, let's be honest. If it was, we would have our hands in that if it was legal in our states. Like, let's be honest. Who wouldn't want,
Yeah.
part of that? That's a lot of money
Yeah.
being exchanged from hand to hand. Of course, I'd like to tap into that. I mean, I've loved it for a long time. Why not? It is what it is. But yeah, that's the amount of money they're missing out on. And I just saw this article. So one of the mayors that was on our podcast, Mayor McDermott of Hammond, Indiana, he was promoting it, and he said too, he's like, even from our standpoint, like, dude, this should have already been legal. You know how much money Northwest Indiana is losing for the half-hour drive to go over the border to go into Michigan, where it is legal? Yeah. They're making hand over fist. Long Beach has opened up, like, in that area, that little strip there, within 20-mile radius, they've opened up, like, 10 more dispensaries. Dude, they're cashing out. Yeah. Like, cashing out. And we're just sitting here, last to do everything. We just got alcohol on Sunday. Like, we just started having it.
Texas don't have that. We can't buy liquor on Sunday.
So yeah, I mean,
you can at the bar, but not
we talked about it obviously earlier, and again, try to keep things not too political. But like, red states are like Indiana is one of the worst when it comes to reform. Like we just are. Like I live here. It's just the truth. Like we fucking are the last.
Well, I mean, there's reasons behind it. I mean, do you want to turn into Colorado? I mean, that's the real question.
What's wrong with Colorado?
Colorado and California.
Now, are you talking about Denver, Colorado, or Colorado in and of itself?
I'm just talking Colorado shouldn't even be a state in the U.S. Like that state is the worst state besides California. Like they've got mushrooms are legal. You can. Have you ever been to Colorado? The ambition level of anybody in Colorado.
Yeah. The ambition.
Ambition level.
They want us to 15 minutes for this guy to make me a sandwich. Just blitz.
Yeah, Colorado is a very slow, backwards state.
Try to do a roof in Colorado. Try to do a roof in Colorado. Like it's like
Subway like a week ago, and it's not even legal here. This lady was flamed.
Have y'all ever seen that? Y'all ever seen that '70s show?
Oh yeah.
All right, like you call a supplier in Indiana where you're at, you probably get next day drop, right? Like pretty much within 24 hours. 48 maximum, to drop off material. Yeah, Colorado, good fucking luck. Because they're like, hey, man, I got this order. I need to place it. We're trying to roof it on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, man, we might get it there, but we might not, man.
So this is where I would push back. This is where I lean to the whole, which is...
We'll get it there on a Wednesday.
But I think that's a cultural thing. I think that's what...
Hang on, I'm going to say this real... He would seem like a shark in Colorado. Like, he would seem like a go-getter out there.
The fuck does that even mean?
Because you're very chill and laid back, and
I am chill and laid back,
but you would be like you would be like Elijah here. You would be like that in Colorado because they're super chill.
I'm not trying to go down this hole where it's like pointing fingers on all that.
Why not, man? Why not?
I like that you can go to different parts of this country, and culturally it's different. I think that's what, again, I'm not trying to make it this whole political thing, but like, I love that. I can go to California and it's different than it is in New York. And then when I go to Texas, like, I love that. Texas is, people like argue it, and I live there. It's its own fucking country in and of itself. I love that about this place. I think that's what makes our country so fucking awesome.
I'll be fair and say, I fucking hate working in Colorado as far as a roofing contractor or any construction contractor. It is the worst state in the country besides California. Like, I promise you, ask the supplier this morning. The supplier's like, if you're talking about Denver, I'm like, Denver's fucked up. Like the supplier was telling us this.
Sure.
Like I'm not joking when you say, hey, I need it on Wednesday, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll get it there on like a Wednesday, man. Yeah. Well, which one? Like next Wednesday.
Sub labor is tough to find out there. Yeah, I remember when I was overseas.
Gutter guys staining a fence. They'll be like, "Man, why are you so worked up, man? Like I know we said we were going to be there Thursday. It's 2 weeks later. Like, where are you at? Oh man.
Yeah. No,
you gotta catch the vibe out there.
They're like, oh man, it's not. Is that important, man? Like,
we're talking. But that's what's so great. Again, talking about geographical stuff is a guy by the name of Joakim Noah from our beloved Chicago Bulls said it great. No one's vacationing in Cleveland, right? Like no one's going to certain places for certain things, right? You're going to Denver to go snowboarding and to relax. You're going to Florida, if you're not in our industry, to fucking relax. So. We're in fucking this area. Like you're not going to certain places for certain things. But I can get not wanting to open up a business somewhere.
Don't go to Colorado
for sure.
Anybody that roofs in Colorado and successful,
you made me want to go there even more now. If you want to go somewhere and chill and not get anything done, I know where I'm going.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Are you from there? Like
So also in Colorado, this is like I said, I'm not trying to dominate the conversation. So every municipality has different rules. Your license has to be different for every one of them, different stuff that they want. But let me just ask you this
Well, it's
question.
kind of like that here.
But let me ask you this question though: if you had, inspections or midday inspections, would you ever just kind of like leave the job site and put a ladder on the house? Erected, if that's the right word. A ladder, and just leave it on the house. Would you ever do that? Like, would you ever do that?
Just leave it there?
Yeah.
Well, hang on. So what's the context of the
And
conversation?
walk away?
Well, no, I'm asking. Like, would you ever do that?
Is it bungeed?
Well,
Is someone coming in an hour to get up there? Like, I need to know more context.
All right, so here, I remember these
would
stories.
you ever leave a ladder and leave a house with your ladder just sitting on the house?
bro. I'm not even gonna front with you right now. So like, I
even know how to get on a roof.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But I got about 4 reps in there that have done that in the last 10 days. Yeah, guaranteed. Eddie Castillo, he's one of my better guys. He leaves iPads. He leaves.
No. This isn't what he's talking about.
They've spending too much time in Michigan.
You're saying like somebody's
No. So basically, you have like a dry-in inspection, let's say, and I remember this because John Michael used to tell me this stuff. You would have to go out there, set up a ladder, leave it out there for the inspector to come up there and go inspect the roof, and they would give you a window, and you just leave it there.
And the
then when
window
they show up.
is like,
that's what he's talking about.
a Wednesday.
Yeah. No, that's
a Wednesday.
No, hell
That's why
no.
I kept saying I need
wouldn't
to
do that.
context of what we're talking about.
It's a Wednesday. We'll show up on a Wednesday, and you're like, well, tomorrow or.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, like with a Wednesday. Like, we're scheduled on a Wednesday. And they're like,
on Wednesday.
yeah. And we're like, well, it's a little bit of a liability leaving the ladder where if somebody like, who's responsible?
No, that's
but no,
stupid.
Colorado demands that. You have to leave the ladder for them to go in and jump on your ladder to inspect the roof. Like, it's crazy.
Is that for liability issues? Like, are they just basically saying like it's all on you? It's your equipment they're climbing. It's your house.
Well,
that
I'm
they're
saying
climbing
like
on,
what? No,
it's-
I'm saying like please take the liability. If you say that you're responsible, that's fine. But they were like, oh no, we're not responsible. It's like, so what are we supposed to do? Guard the
It's
ladder?
backwards.
We're supposed to guard the ladder with like AK-47s for
I
2-3 weeks. Like,
like from a common sense.
That's crazy.
I always add just with common sense and without having to fact check that. Like, I have to assume that there's more to this story than that.
I'm telling you, it's
I can
Colorado.
verify it.
It's Colorado. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you tell me I'm wrong about
like
Colorado.
every job or just
In certain municipalities,
For
they
inspections,
make you do that.
That's just silly.
Silly.
That's actually
Silly is a great word. That's a great word.
That's silly.
I could think of a lot more other words, but
How far into Indy do you go?
pretty much an hour in any direction I'll go.
Where,
An hour?
What part of
Yeah.
Indy are you in? Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know any of our like? I guess
I
guys
asked
that
him
we
about
know?
it. Like, what is it
Yeah,
called?
we asked him
Beard?
about Beard
Is it-
Roofing or Albert's Roofing, but I
Yeah,
guess, you've been in the industry for 10 years, so, but you said you knew a few guys there.
I mean, I know quite a few guys just in the industry.
Or
that
you knew
have been
guys
different.
at the previous place where you said you knew a guy, Chris Sheets. I remember him working
Yeah,
with
yeah,
us. If you remember that
No,
name,
but-
Elijah, Chris Sheets.
I remember that name, so I'm sure you remember that.
I
name.
remember
Chris,
Nick Sheets.
No, that's Peoria.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm. That's what it is.
Wrong
Okay.
Sheets.
Yeah, my old manager George Fitzgerald. I think he actually retired and he's I think in Carolinas now, relaxing, hanging out. So, but yeah, I met a lot of guys through the years just in the industry. I got a buddy Clay over at Eads Roofing, doing a good job over there. And
John Scenic's out there. He lives in Bloomington.
oh yeah, he's down.
you also can't make left turns in Colorado. Just throwing that out there.
We got roundabouts in Indy like crazy. You gotta go
Like,
right
Oh,
over.
dude, we're the capital roundabouts. I bet Valparaiso,
Yeah,
Indiana.
There's quite a
Oh,
bunch from
there's
that.
like 5 of them just in Valpo.
Yeah.
What is there's
They
a
do
company,
make it
Pink
smoother
Roofing,
if you know how to drive.
Yeah, I don't know
it.
anybody over there.
People don't.
Do you know the company though?
I've seen it. They have Open Box, I think.
Open
That's
Box.
it.
Yeah, they're from. He lives there now, but he used to live up here. Tom
Okay.
Sovich, I know him.
I see him at like trainings over like ventilation.
Yeah, super
seminar,
cool.
something like
Nice-
that.
really nice guy.
See him out there.
Any of y'all drive a diesel truck at all?
No, my brother does. Yeah, that's what that matters.
Yeah. Don't do it in Colorado.
Can't do that either, huh?
I think we need to take a road trip for you guys to Colorado. Like,
Yeah.
you guys don't know
Well,
what
no,
you're
it
missing.
needs to be a business trip though. I've been to Colorado. I've stayed there overnight because I've driven back and forth. I didn't get on a plane until I was 30 years old, and I've lived in Florida and California.
And I remember
yeah.
you holding my hand on the first
Yeah,
flight.
yeah. Well, I don't know about holding.
You
was
were
that,
holding-
that was your hand.
Was
Yes.
it grip?
Wow.
So like,
If it was something else, it wouldn't have been as
Yeah.
big as my hand, Like,
so like this is the thing. Like, I don't know if this is how y'all state is either, and maybe I need to drive around and vote if Indiana needs to be part of the country or not. No, I'm kidding. in Colorado,
you love Valpo. I'm telling you right now, you would love Valpo. No doubt about it.
So I don't know how y'all are set up in Texas. All right. If it says a QT, which is a gas station, I don't know if y'all have QTs.
No.
Yes.
no.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Well,
They're starting to come up.
We
now.
don't
Oh,
deny it.
Illinois.
Well, in
Out here,
Colorado,
there's a certain Family Express
in Colorado, they
Speedway.
have come and goes. Just so you, that's
Sounds like
There's one of the companies you city.
we can get on a whole nother topic. Yeah, come and go.
I expected it.
I mean, that's what they got in Colorado. So that's what they got.
Seen the show before.
All right,
He knows.
all right. We got cuties in Texas, you know.
HEBs.
But basically, like if it says exit 500 QT, you exit. There's the QT, right? Like that's the gas station. You get your gas. You can get back on your damn way. In Colorado, oh no, it's like there's a gas station, and it's this exit, and it is 15 miles down a road. I swear to you,
You're just.
The name of this episode better be "Stay Out of Colorado." If it's not, we're fucking
You're not
up.
wrong, and that's a lot. That's just
Like-
driving through like again. It's not the Midwest, but that's driving through like Middle America. That's typical. I lived in Texas. My biggest pet peeve with Texas driving, which this is hilarious. This is what we're talking about. We got all these roofer guys on here. We're like, fucking driving in Texas. I hate
expressways.
all the fucking the side roads. They have utility roads.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then they have the overpass, which I guess is convenient. But coming from up here to get down there, I lived in Schertz, Texas, right outside San Antonio, right by the Air Force Base.
Yep.
And that was the fucking hardest thing in the world to learn how to drive in. It's fucking insane. Like everyone fucking going a mile a minute. You get off here, you can get back on here. There's a fucking overpass. It's fucking insane. And you're from around here, like we all are.
Yeah.
Like the roads just aren't that. Like you get off, and then you have to get back on. You know, you have to go back around or whatever. Like
You come and go.
it's fucking.
got potholes
There's
everywhere.
4 fucking.
Well,
avenues.
DFW is the worst. That's the worst expressway in the world.
Yeah.
That to me, that's the worst driving in the world.
which
Chicago or
which
LA
part?
or
Which part of
San
DFW?
It's
Or
just
San Diego?
so when,
Which part? Because like Dallas, I'll agree.
So I don't know the roads like you do, but there's a part there that is beautiful. That's like on water. There's a bunch of really rich when you're heading toward Austin. There's a bunch of really rich houses to your left. There's like a bunch of water. Go underneath it. That part's awesome. Right before you get to that part is misery. What is that part? Where there's a million exit ramp point, a million like it's just a million, and there's like 11 lanes.
You don't ever go like through major cities. That's what you got to understand.
Why?
You go around them.
I didn't know.
On the toll roads, like you don't go down 35 through Austin. You're gonna be You don't.
So it was hell. Austin was cool.
I've
DFW was hell.
and don't take this the wrong way.
Well, Fort Worth and Dallas.
I'm gonna say something
I
else.
know.
I'm gonna say something else controversial.
Go for it.
Before.
I'm gonna say something else controversial, and it's gonna be bad.
I'm already gonna.
Hey, it's the Roof Trollz. Let's go.
I will only drive on toll roads because anything else is like that's where poor people drive.
Gen Pop.
Yeah, it's like Gen Pop versus like you got to be on the toll road. Like, yeah, you're paying a little bit, but if you go on anything with a 5 in Texas, 35, whatever, like you are literally going to have broken down vehicles, wrecks, traffic, everything. And so I've always said, no, I'm going to take the toll road. Like I'm sorry. That's
Hey, I found
No,
out-
you're fine.
Yeah,
I
like,
take the
we take
Skyway.
the toll-
I take the
yeah,
Skyway into
all the time.
Chicago. Why? Because it's a half-hour drive into Chicago. Anywhere else, I'm sitting in an hour and a half to 2
because
hours.
yeah,
Nothing.
because
It's like $15 though.
I don't care. That's again, it's a half hour.
you don't want to
Let's
drive
roll.
like poor people drive.
Yeah, let's
'Cause
go.
You're
But
not
the
poor.
Skyway is a shithole.
No,
You're not poor, motherfucker. That watch tells me that you're not poor.
No, I was poor and I would do that. That's just that's a common sense thing. I ain't fucking sitting in.
Nah.
Here again, we're right on 65 and 8094. That's like a huge fucking merger. Again, Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Like 65
And even-
goes through the entire fucking state.
Yeah.
All the way up to here, and it ends at 8094 in Gary.
God, that drive.
It
sucks,
fucking
too.
sucks.
It's the boringest drive
fucking
ever. Yeah.
Terrible.
Just
But if
windmills
you want to
and
get
fields.
from there to Chicago, you can just go a couple more blocks, literally blocks, and get on I-90, which would take you same exact route. Just it cuts. They made another road. I've done that since I could drive. I don't give a fuck how much it costs.
And it's not even about.
I never thought about because poor people were there. It was just a faster route.
Well, and even if I'm poor here eventually, like I'm still taking it. You can find me. You can find me.
He's like, fuck, I'll overdraft my account.
Yeah, you could.
Nowadays,
you can find me, but I'm anything that ends in a 5. Basically, that's how fast you're going to drive on that highway.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when you said about the roads being bad. Is my worst experience with roads is in California, San Diego to LA.
Oh yeah.
What is it route? I think it's 1.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
No, 401. The 401.
Whatever.
You're talking about the 401 in LA.
That going into LA.
405.
Oh,
in LA.
see,
Yeah, that's
what is the problem with the 5? I'm still not wrong.
I landed in LA
Anything that I'm telling you, any road highway that ends in a 5, what it's telling you is that is how fast you're going to drive. It's 5 miles an hour.
3 numbers with a 5?
It doesn't matter. If it ends in a 5, that's how fast you're going to be driving on it.
I think it's more so the 3 numbers with the 5, because the 3 numbers with the 5, typically if it's 3, it goes around that city. That's the highway that would go around it. Yeah. So like if we take 65 to 465, that's just the highway that goes literally all around Indianapolis.
Yeah.
That's going to suck because everyone's now trying to get from either outside Indy or going into Indy and then get around.
And driving 5 miles an hour.
There's just traffic.
5 miles an hour. Average.
I agree. No,
average speed is 5 miles an hour. If you are on a highway that ends in a 5, your average speed will be 5 miles an hour.
Did you guys know that? I mean, I'm sure you guys were all adults, but like, if there's 3 numbers...
Now you're going to pay attention. You're like, motherfucker, this motherfucker on this podcast is telling me...
like 65, 465.
So yeah, if there's 3 numbers in it... It goes around the city. If it's like an even, it's like left to right, it's east or west, and then if it's like an odd or whatever, it's north and south. Like,
I'm just telling you,
it's crazy. And then if you actually go over, it goes literally like Route 10, Route 20, Route 30. It goes across the entire country.
Yeah, get on those.
It's crazy.
Get on those.
When they did this, it was like...
Hey, I was vetting this real quick here because one of the worst routes in America to drive...
away. He was getting...
No, is Georgia to like Florida. And that's Route 75. I just had to verify.
I'm telling you.
Like, that's supposed to be one of the worst routes to drive in America. So like, and it ends in a 5.
I'm telling you, if you stay off the roads with a 5, you'll be happier in life.
That's fair.
Just go with the road that ends in a 0. Like because you can go 100.
No,
like,
we have 290 in Illinois, and that's a snail's pace.
It goes around Chicago.
No, 290 goes from the burbs to Chicago to the burbs back and forth.
That's 90, isn't it?
I guess 290 Chicago all the damn time. It's ridiculous.
You go there?
Well, come on, let's get back. Let's get back.
Oh, okay. We're not going to talk about the highways.
I love the city.
Y'all are going to be so pissed off.
We haven't talked about your roofing crew. We only talked about your
well, we're going to get into it. We want to talk about expressways and the routes of the poor.
So your dad gets you. So your dad gets you into construction.
Yeah.
What made you take? Well, I guess how did you start off? Were you like you said you helped your dad with like obviously laboring? But did you get into sales at some point with your dad's company, or did you? Because you said you didn't want to because of trauma.
No.
Hey, listen,
trauma.
You want to talk about trauma? We'll have a whole podcast, you and I, baby.
Oh, here we go. He's so proud of death in his family.
The roofers, the broken.
Yeah.
No, please.
I went off to college, and then that just cleared that out. So I was like, I'm not coming back.
Where'd you go to college?
USI down in Evansville.
Okay.
So
what'd you go for?
It was nice for drinking. I actually left early. I worked at the Buckle, and I was an assistant manager there. And
retail, okay.
Yeah, I went for the discounts on clothes.
I like Buckle still.
Measuring inseams.
Yeah, all that stuff. Throwing a bunch of jeans over. If you went into a room, that's where I got my first sales experience. If they went to a room, put anything on, they looked up and there's like a ton of clothes.
This doesn't sound like the Buckle. This does not sound like the Buckle.
Your Buckle's way different than our Buckle.
No, you did not hear what he said.
You gotta push. They're like, you gotta sell the clothes. So I did that. But I left. I worked for Disney on Ice when I left.
That's a hell. That's a hell of a transition.
Yeah, I gotta hear about that.
I met
what character? What character?
Oh, dude, I thought he was. That would have been so cool.
No, I met a girl when I was working at the Buckle. She was in the Beauty and the Beast was the one. I think. And
Which one was
you know,
she?
The beast. Yeah.
She was not the beast.
Like-
She was the beauty.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
Can we
right.
see a picture to verify though? We
I don't have.
No.
I'm
I'm
old.
using
There
a
wasn't
fact checker
none of
on my
that.
laptop.
Hey, I'm lucky. It was none of that was around. So.
All right.
But I remember I told my roommate, Stevie, man, this dude, he's awesome.
That's how Mike is. He's all picture oriented. He still buys porno mags.
Yeah.
Hang on, what's her name? I'm gonna look her up on Facebook.
Internet,
I'm a
that's a
fact
thing.
checker.
They still make those?
I don't have her on Facebook. I don't even know
No,
where
what's her name? I'll,
They
I'll-
still make
I'll
those?
find
Oh,
out.
I don't know. Mike's probably still ordering them
What?
somewhere, but no, I doubt it.
They
No,
still,
you
No, so the cool thing is like everybody's from
porn
like
or red tube or whatever. Or whatever. I don't know.
no,
You guys still have porn in Illinois? We can't
Yeah,
get that.
yeah, hey, Indiana, yeah.
Yeah, we can't even watch
do that.
porn in
You gotta
Indiana.
make your own.
Man.
We're out.
Come on, stop it. You can't watch porn in Indiana.
No.
No.
Oh man, this state. Like I thought I wanted to move to a red state.
He just said it.
Red
It's like,
state
We
sucks.
try
we're
to
the
tell you.
state. Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot
the
of things that I want to learn about your career, but we got to make sure we
I
address
know.
some of these
Side
things.
missions. We can take as many.
There are so many side missions here, but there's so much about being red that I like, but going back just doesn't make any damn sense.
back to where?
You tell me what was great. No, I'm just joking. I don't want to go.
Cut that off.
Done there.
Well, let's talk about it.
Going back. I mean, I was just trying to understand.
I just so that my point of it is like there's a God damn it, we're gonna do this. The Make America Great is always going back to
No,
what?
we're not gonna
In
do this.
Indiana, we don't want to make reform. When I think anything that is like going forward is good, it's usually come from moving forward, not going backwards. And like in like the past, like we literally banned pornography in Indiana. That's fucking idiotic.
Indiana's the outlier though. Indiana's like backwoods.
I'm just being honest. Like,
But-
we're a red
like
state.
everything.
I mean,
But it's not just 'cause it's a red-
it's not idiotic. Like the whole
ban
thing.
porn?
The whole. Yeah,
Well, it
I
does
mean,
poison. It does poison
So-
some minds.
No. So it's not idiotic to take certain things out of people's realms, like gambling and porn and weed and whatever. I mean, yeah, we could all be Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, we could all be Colorado and be fucked up and unambitious, and that's not the American way. The American way is like hustle, like make your way. Like you don't have to get a corporate job to make a living, and like there's still that entrepreneurial spirit. That's where we all came from,
Oh, 100%.
right? Like that's it. That's the American dream, is just the opportunity, right? But like,
Yeah.
but people like a lot of people can't handle certain things. I don't know if you know this or not. You might be a top 1 to 5% human in this country. Like ultimately, like I'm not, and,
Yeah,
and,
no,
all, and
agreed.
all of y'all might, but like 95% of the other humans that are in this country, like they can't handle.
I 100% agree with you. Everything you literally just said, I 100%
yeah, they
agree
can't-
with you on.
they
Except for
can't-
weed, but yeah.
Yeah, they,
No.
but
What his statement about those things.
I've
yeah,
Trying
but
to
it's
joke
like,
about
but
it.
it's like it's the fucking Spider-Man movie. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. Like with great freedom comes great responsibility, and like we don't handle that well. Like as a society, we don't handle that well. Like we are free. Go in the rest of the world and act like we act. We wouldn't be here because we have bullets in our head. You know, like
No, that statement I agree with wholeheartedly.
you know what I mean. So it's like you gotta appreciate some stuff, and like we bitch about the minute like problems in the world, like in the worldscape. You get what I'm saying? Like
No, I'm with you.
and
completely agree with you.
banning porn. It's not completely banned. You can still get on
No,
some
for sure.
websites. You know.
Workarounds.
So it's so
You know, like
side mission.
I mean, that's why OnlyFans is so popular.
that
like
statement was very deep, and I think
But-
like very
but-
like
and-
smart. I don't think
We're
that's-
gonna run the sites that are still open on the bottom of the screen when we
Mike's
edit
already
this.
looked.
Yeah,
Like,
and
So are you saying I should
we're only
go-
going to take an affiliate fee of like, I don't know, 5-10%. No big deal. You're welcome.
For lace, candy.
Romans is
about,
now
like,
selling
When you
VPNs.
talk about, so it's a really good point you made. I truly mean that. Like I don't agree with anything you said. I don't think
You do agree. You don't disagree.
I don't disagree with
You don't agree with me? That's cool.
I agree with 99% of what you just said. I think where I would push back is that you kind of make the argument that like I don't want to say freedom's never free, but there's a lot more responsibility that comes with
Absolutely.
having the freedom we have in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
And-
we don't treat it well.
Agreed. I think 100% agree. And I think that it's the irony of that is that where there's a lot of people that want less government, I think that's why there has to be such government, is to try to combat that. Because I literally agree with you that there's people out there that can't handle it.
So you want them to be, Big Brother watching over them and
I don't.
all that?
So the thing is, I actually want less government, but I think there's a place for government. Like in this instance, I don't disagree. So it's okay. We were making jokes about the porn thing, but it's a fair thing. Do I think we need to have so much porn? Do I think there's a negative side to porn? Sure. Do I think there's a negative side to drugs? Yes. Do I think there's a negative side to guns? Yes. Do I want my guns taken away? I own a gun. No. But I think there can be reforms to be made for both sides to be happy.
Yeah, but that
comes with freedom as well.
But there is no balance in that equation.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, is that because we're a free state, it's hard to make that balance.
And we are, and like government, what's their purpose?
For that balance that you speak of.
No, what's the purpose that you believe that government, like you said, more government, less, like what is the purpose of a government for like what we are as a society? What do you think the purpose is?
To govern, to maintain,
of
to
what?
Keep a status quo.
See, the government.
Status quo. No. Like no.
But hang on. So
status quo is communism, socialism.
But based on what you said, though, is your initial remark was you might be one of the 1% to 5%ers in America.
You could be.
Correct.
Maybe.
With that, though,
still judging.
You then afterwards said your follow-up statement to that, though, was is that some people can't handle that freedom.
They can't.
So then, what do you do with those people? You can't just kill off 95% of the country.
I didn't say kill them. What the fuck?
I'm just using
what in the what in the genocide? What in the genocide shit? Like,
so then, what is your? I guess what would be your statement then for the people that can't handle the freedom, quote unquote?
I think. I'm going to tell you what I think, like, government's responsibility is with...
And let's answer the first question, though, because that's where it all stems from.
Okay, what's the question?
The 95% of people that can't handle the freedom that America has given us. That was your statement.
Yeah, I can't handle it doesn't mean they can't survive. It doesn't mean that we're going to kill them.
Okay, again, I was using a very
but you said it.
And I said I used the statement,
but
very far. Let's say.
I think we need an
argument for it.
Thanos snap. I can't.
Yeah. Just take us right out of the political
curious.
No, it's not. It's not political. This is actually. This is a really good podcast for you, man. Like, you gotta like.
I think that it's going to be enjoyable. This is for 100%, but we tend to veer away from these conversations because
fuck that.
Yeah, I mean we can go down them, but we're gonna have.
I agree. I don't like it.
This is why
his book is really sweet. It's really sweet, and that's what we should be focused on.
Yeah.
Are you a Colts fan too?
Great.
All right. The reason
these two are gonna get.
No, the reason
I'm not. It's a fair.
The reason I asked the question about like what is government's responsibility is like, do you feel like every day, every day that you need the government in your life every day to like exist, run your business, everything else? Do you feel like that?
No.
So what is their responsibility? What are they doing that makes your business successful?
So you're asking me a question in regards to business. And
No. I'm saying you're a business owner.
Okay.
All right. Let's say, I don't give a shit. Let's say you work somewhere.
Okay.
All right. You want the security of that job. What is the government doing to make sure that you're okay?
Well, I think it's what they have done. I mean, so there's been laws in place for... And I'm going to use a word that's a hot topic word, but like equity, inclusion.
Man, cut the camera
from tax.
Please.
What?
Yeah, no. So it's a fair question. There's from a business standpoint, from being like say a business owner, like.
But you weren't a business owner. You're a worker.
If I'm just the employee, right? What has the government done for me? Well, now I have rights to work there, based on
what rights?
Race, creed, color. It's not just a monopoly of white people working somewhere. Mm-hmm. I like the fact that people can feel safe in a place not based on just the color of their skin. That the government that's the thing. The government had to do that. Correct.
That's a great word. You said safe.
Well,
I love that word.
I know you asked me though.
No, I did. I did.
You did. You asked me why do I feel that what the government has done to make me feel
All right.
safe if I'm just an employee at a business.
Okay.
Well, some of the things they've done is labor
I think we
laws.
need to like
I'm
mud rub,
roundabout.
let these guys mud rub.
No, hold on. I'm getting to a point.
Where's my intern? Get the KY jelly.
Hold on, I'm getting
These two are gonna go out in the kiddie pool.
I'm getting to a point. I promise you.
Sure.
All right. So
You won't.
no,
I'm not
All right.
even being like, I don't think anything wrong. Everyone's looking at me like I'm
no,
being the bad guy.
No, it's okay. It's great. No, I was getting a backstory. Sure. What are you okay giving the government your money to do?
What am I personally okay with giving my money to the government? That's the question.
To do, like, what do you want? Like, you give money to the government, all right? Like we all do.
Yeah, so I mean,
we're supposed to.
Correct. So like, I love that it helps with my policing. I love that it helps with our ambulance services. I love that it helps for our local schools. I love that it helps for our roads, our infrastructure. Now, if we go past that, I'm the kind of person that has, and not saying that anyone here doesn't have empathy, but like I have no issues giving to my neighbor. Like just because I make really good money and they don't, and they might need, let's say, government assistance, I don't have an issue knowing that my money might go to help them or their family. I was raised on government assistance. I'm not here today without the help of government assistance to my mom, right? Do I think all of it's great? Again, I always use the word reform. Sure. But I personally, whether I'm the owner of the company, if I'm just an employee somewhere, I don't mind that some of my money's going to that. You know, people complain about income taxes a lot. Not income taxes, but their housing prices and the taxes they pay. Illinois, I can understand why people are egregious with that because the cost is so high and the return isn't there. Where I live, where Elijah lives, a lot of the communities here in Northwest Indiana, I'm sure you can equate right outside Indianapolis. Some of the nicest towns in Indiana are right outside Indianapolis. You live in, I'm sure, a really nice area in Texas. That money goes back to those communities. So when my housing goes up, and again, the housing market's in this crazy disarray right now, that means I have to pay more, but that means my school district that my kids are going to go to gets more money. I'm okay with that. I know other people might not be okay with it, but it's an investment. Same reasons why I want, as a business owner, and I know I'm kind of going a little bit more of an elaboration.
It's kind of contradictotive, though. A little bit. It's a little bit contradictory.
Please go on. Please, I won't continue.
Well, no. I'm just saying it's contradictive.
Oh, he did his job for once.
It's contradictive in the sense of like you want the better life and you're okay with paying for it, but you also like are okay if the money that you're doing is like for the people that aren't okay. So it's like what I'm getting at is like if the government. Mm-hmm. All right. Would you be, so like Germany, for instance, they take like 70, 80% of income from people, and your wife can take a year off, the husband can take a year off. There's really no unemployment, but there's really no like American dream of like, you're not going to be great. You're going to survive. Is that your utopia?
No, so you're bringing in Germany.
Well, no, I'm saying, but I'm asking, is that like your thought process? I'm not knocking you, man.
No.
I'm not trying to argue with you or knock you.
I don't think you are.
I'm getting a little bit of a backstory. Backstory is like, is that a utopia of like a country that like you think it should be like that, or do you think it should be like people have the opportunity and should take advantage of it?
So let me ask you, why can't again? I'm a big firm believer that two things can be correct at the same time. Two things can be true at once.
Mm-hmm. And like moving on from politics.
And we're not in politics.
Fun on the podcast. Those two things could be true.
We're not in politics. We're in a.
We are well.
We're not into. This is not politics.
Yeah.
You two.
Now we're into human life
and
how.
Yeah, it's not. I will agree. I don't think it's politics. I get their point of why they're referring to that.
Well, here, let me give you an example real quick. So I'm going to go on a hiking trip in a couple weeks, and I'm done.
Don't go to Colorado.
No, this is in southern. This is
you can go on a hiking trip in Colorado.
No, this isn't.
Don't drive there.
No, this is in southern Illinois. Now I'm dumb. I let my FOID card expire. Now I'm not there. There might be one bear down in southern Illinois, but there could be some bobcats or whatever down there.
2 bears.
But now that since I don't have my FOID card, I can't carry a gun down there.
What's
in Illinois.
a FOID card?
It's a federal
you have to have
firearm owner
you have to have
identification card in Illinois.
Yeah.
It's a thing in Illinois. You guys don't have it. You guys are like, what the fuck is that?
Wow, what's here? You can just.
In Illinois, they require you to apply for identification to buy a firearm. So now because
I think most places do that.
Yeah, I let mine expire. Now everything's in the Illinois Supreme Court and everything because they made that, they had a ban on for a while that was unconstitutional, but now they're still fighting it. So I'm going on a hiking trip and I can't bring my firearm with me because if there's a park ranger that catches me down there, I could be, thrown in jail for carrying a firearm. Like, this is the bullshit I got to deal with in Illinois. Like,
well,
but they got to catch you carrying it.
Well, I mean, I could just shoot him in the face too, right?
I mean, you could.
Let it expire. I mean,
I said it's
sorry, go with that. But I mean, you're able to get your weapon in Illinois. You let it expire.
Yeah.
Like
It's bear spray. So,
yeah, dude. And also, just don't go hiking where there's bears. I mean,
there's one bear in Illinois, supposedly. One bear.
One?
Yeah.
just one.
But it's just my luck.
Are we going to catch Smokey? All right.
It's my luck that it's going to come and get me.
There's one?
Well, they've cited one bear.
The bear's like, he's unarmed.
Yeah. The bear's unarmed,
There's one. How much do you get? How much do you get for this bear,
better
bro?
Put an emphasis on this podcast when it comes out. Ravens, make sure you do it. There's only one bear in Illinois. Don't let anyone tell you anything
Hang on.
else.
Well, there's one. There's always more.
No.
That's a different statement.
Like, it's insane. Well, there's one bear. There's more. Like, you know how that goes. No, I don't.
I want to know what else he uses that for. If you find one of them, there's going to be more.
Like,
when there's one, there's more. I don't care what anyone says. Damn, Angelo, you went from choking to drinking half the damn.
No, you want more? Okay, you're gonna. All right. That's a party foul.
Mike drink half
that
is
a.
Stay tuned for part 2 next week with more hilarious chaos from Nate and Dustin.